In Season 2, Episode 4 of Bosch, Legacy, Maddie ends her stint living at Harry's home, leaving with a suitcase as Harry returns home from a walk with Coltrane. Maddie is going to live with Rico for the time being, but Harry doesn't want her to leave. Harry is watching old footage of Lexi Parks in her job as city manager of West Hollywood as he continues looking into the case. Honey calls Harry, asking for help tracking down James Allen, who is Foster's alibi. He tracks him down to his sister's house, but he's not there, and she reveals he died a few days ago, apparently from a drug overdose. Harry meets with the detectives who were assigned the case, and it's Pierce and Vega from the original Bosch series. He talks to them, and they reveal it was death by strangulation, not an overdose. Elsewhere, Maddie is offered a position on the crime reduction unit, and she accepts. She will rejoin Vasquez on the team. Maddie also works on her impact statement for the upcoming Doc Weiler sentencing when Rico returns, and she shares her struggles with him. Emma manages to access Matthew's phone, and this gives Honey the knowledge of future meetings and calls that he might have with the FBI. Harry and Honey go to dinner at Musso and Frank's Grill and discuss the Foster case. Honey suggests they find doubts over the DNA evidence, and she thinks he was framed. Bosch isn't convinced because of Foster's lies about his alibi. A man at the bar is spying on them and then leaves to return to a car with an older man. This man then attacks a homeless man and beats him up after he approaches his car asking for money. The two men in the car watch Harry leave the restaurant. The older man walks past Harry, clocks his blue Jeep Cherokee car, and tells the younger man to follow him. He follows him home and takes mail from his letterbox to confirm his identity. Both men then follow Honey as she leaves in her car. The older man fakes a call to the police, reporting her as a drunk driver. They then activate police lights on their car. Cops? No way. They pull her over and she acts quick, locking her extra set of keys in the car. Honey refuses a sobriety test, and the cops hand her to uniformed officers, and they take her in. The cops break into Honey's car and look through files she has in there. They find the Foster file and seem happy about this. Honey is in a holding cell with a woman throwing up next to her. SGT. Mankiewicz sees her and lets her out, offering her refreshments. He lets her sit uncuffed on the booking bench. Harry meets with David Foster at the prison, and he makes it clear he is done with his lying, which causes David to admit he was in a relationship with James Allen. Harry picks Honey up, and they go to get her car, which has been towed. She is shocked to know her car is unlocked and is convinced her files have been moved around. Harry says he'll try to identify the two cops who arrested her. The two FBI agents continue their investigation into Harry and Honey. They have the schematics for the shipping container and tie them to the port. They don't have proof of Bosch blowing up the pipeline, though. The agents also find surveillance footage of Carl Rogers' financial advisor Simon Wakefield's home on the day he was found dead. They find footage of Honey leaving Wakefield's home, proving she didn't report his murder, and links to how she got hold of the schematics for the shipping container. The episode review another fantastic episode in the new season of Amazon Freevee's Bosch, Legacy. Despite Harry Bosch approaching 10 years on our television screens, the cases he takes on still feel fresh and interesting. This spin-off series gives him the opportunity to act outside the limitations of the LAPD, and this makes the show tick along very well. The familiarity of these characters also makes the drama that bit more gripping, as you really care about the outcome of the story. This episode increases the stakes, as the FBI continue to sniff around the Carl Rogers murder case, while Harry continues to look into Lexi Parks' murder. Harry and Honey are a great team and make this show a joy to watch, as their previous grievances have turned into a potentially formidable partnership. Bosch, Legacy doesn't always get credit for how funny it is as well, with a couple of laugh-out-loud moments. One involving Honey's disgust at being put in a cell with a suspect in need of a sick bag, and another involving the mispronunciation of Bosch's long first name.